Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Kimbo here, and it's time for this epic discussion video. So, this one I'll probably, I guess we'll do it. We'll do it, man. We'll fucking do this shit. We're gonna do this. We're gonna fucking do it. I did this like some time ago, like a few months ago. Kimbo rolled out another one. Like, what? Fuck that shit. We'll do it. But this one we're gonna be talking about remakes I want to see in Beyblade X. So, yeah. Kind of like adding on it a little bit with like the first part that I've done. I'm pretty sure you guys can look it up on YouTube, like Beyblade X, remakes I want to see. Yeah, I had fun doing that one. Like part one was fun video. It's a fun video to make, but this one's gonna be like the icing on the cake, putting the bow on it and stuff. But yeah, it's probably gonna be my final video talking about remakes for a while, truth be told. But yeah, for those who doesn't know, remakes that I want to see in Beyblade X. So obviously, for those who doesn't know, the history behind the remakes and stuff. So honestly, generation remakes, so past generation, remaking them into the current generation. We had some with Beyblade Burst, so that's when they started to roll out their remakes, which was dope, man. I always liked how they did their remakes during Burst and stuff. So you talk about your classic Dragoon, Drasil, Drigger Dronzer, Gaia Dragoon, Wogborg, a lot of those ones, they did a lot of plastic remakes, and then, you talk about like the metal ones, there was a lot that they did, like, Storm Pegasus, Lightning El Drago, they did Earth Aquila, they did Rock Leone, they did Sagittario, they did Galaxy Pegasus, they did Rayu Corno, they did Gravity Perseus, they did Damien's Bay, Kerbex, like Burn Fireblades, a lot of them, and Lightning El Drago as well, they did a lot back in Beyblade Burst. And honestly, with those bays, I would say, like, some of them being good, some of them being bad, because some of them, they having weak teeth and stuff, and honestly, some of them are really good. And, especially like a lot of the bays that I mentioned, there being, like the round of, like, dual layer, God layer, like, especially, like, the metal fight ones, like, definitely, I would say, Josie and GT vibes with that. But then they came out with this shit, which it's so cool how they did it. It was so fucking awesome how they did this shit. They did a Drigger V2 in the Dynamite system, and it was so fucking, it was so good, dude. It was so good, man. And I talked about it before in my part one, but it is probably, I would say, the best Plastic Gen remake they have done with Burst. They did a lot of them, and a lot of them were okay. I would say they were okay in power. A lot of them were like on the level of like God and Josie, but this one, Trigger V2, you had the Dynamite system and everything. It was really, really good, man. I really, really like how they did it, with Burst. And honestly, taking up a notch even with X, like it shows. Like of course the Plastic remakes are like lighter than your standard releases and stuff, which, I mean, I like it, man, because it shows it, man, Yeah, but I guess with this, I'm going to talk about remakes I want to see. I'm going to keep this one a little shorter, because I think part one, I said a lot. It'll just be like the icing on the cake, if you will. But honestly, at this current moment of this recording and stuff, by the time of this recording, we have about 4 plastic remakes. So, Dragoon, Drasil, Dronzer, and Drigger. We have 4 of those. And then Metal Fight, Rock Leone, Storm Pegasus, Lightning El Drago. And then we have Burst remakes. So, Xeno Excalibur and Victory Valkyrie. So, if you do the math, We really need to see, like, honestly, like, I think we have enough Plastic Gen remakes for right now. If they do more Plastic Gen remakes, I can see them doing, like, the second series. So, like, like, John's or F, you know, John's or F, Dragoon F, all those ones from those series. And then I would probably say, yeah, that'll probably be later on during the year. I can see them probably doing that. But honestly, the main focus, like, right now is probably, like, more burst stuff for sure, and then, like, more metal fight stuff. So, yeah, because if you do the math, like, like, if they're going the way that they're doing, like, the Plastic Gen bays, like, yeah, there's definitely potential and stuff. But, yeah. But this is honestly my list of things, honestly, with it. So, obviously, Plastic Gen bays, like I mentioned, maybe Wogborg, they'll probably do Wogborg. I don't know what they'll probably give it. They gave it Bearing back in Burst, which I don't know, like maybe Hexa or something like that. I don't know. Or probably Wedge, because that's also a stamina driver as well for it, but or bit. But yeah, but mainly because like I don't know a lot of knowledge with like Plastic Gen, so with it don't know a lot of knowledge with it. But Metal Fight, there's definitely a lot with Metal Fight. So obviously, I would probably say Earth Aquila, a big one with it. So Earth Eagle, I think they gave it heavy. I think they gave it heavy and Survive, or like I forgot what the driver was, but maybe 460 and then Hexa for it maybe. With that, I can see them doing Flame Libra and Flame Sagittario. That's another one. So maybe they'll honestly with Flame Libra, they'll probably give it Spike. I can see them doing like Spike with that. And Flame Sagittario, either Spike or Needle, probably be like the two ones I would say probably either use for them. Yeah, and then Burn Fire Blades, so Burn Fire Blades. Yeah, Burn Fire Blades, yeah. Obviously, Metal Needle. I know a lot of people don't like Metal Needle, but, like, hey, like, even the metal one had, like, a metal spike, so it makes perfect sense for them to give it Metal Needle. I could see them doing that, and those will probably be it with, like, Metal Fight, truth be told. And another one from the second Metal series, Galaxy Pegasus, man. Like, it's definitely a big one, man. Galaxy Pegasus, Rubber Vortex, man. There you go, man. Galaxy Pegasus, Rubber Vortex, man. That's also another one. With it, Rayu Corno, man. Striker! Yeah, Striker. Yeah, Striker. Ray Striker. It's another candidate for this, man. Like, come on, man. Ray Striker 060 merge, man. Or under merge, or low merge. That's also a good one, with it. Maybe Gravity Destroyer with Hexa. I don't know what Ratchet they'll give it, though. But that's also another good pull. If they do Hell Kerbex, maybe... Because they honestly, they can do it, man. Like, how's Kerbex? I don't know. Like, maybe, like, Hexa? No, I'm saying, like, Hexa. Or maybe, like, Wall Ball with it. And then give it, like, Wheel. If they do a CX one, they'll probably give it Wheel. Because, being similar to, like, the spin track with it. Because it was round and it was black. So that could pay homage with that, even with it. But, yeah. Medio El Drago is definitely another one. But honestly, they gotta balance it, man. Like, even the way that they're balancing, like, Meteor Dragoon, because we don't want to see anything, like, too crazy, man. They definitely learn keeping the balance and stuff with it. But, yeah, don't want anything to be overpowered or anything. You know, just all about keeping the balance, man. And then it shows, man, even with Meteor Dragoon, how they did it. But Meteor El Drago's another one. You know, man, maybe like Rubber Cyclone or something. I don't know, but yeah. What's another one? That might be honestly it for like Metal Fight. There's so much stuff with Metal Fight. Like Twisted Tempo is another good one. I'm just gonna start naming off bays and stuff. Twisted Tempo is another good one. What's another one? I don't know. Like maybe Twisted Tempo is another one. Oh man, I would honestly say that's like my top pick for like remakes if they did it. And then 4D remakes. Big Bang Pegasus, like Rubber Turbo. Like, come on, man. Like, Big Bang Pegasus, Rubber Turbo. It's another good one, you know. Yeah, I don't honestly know. Like, you know, like, I'm trying to think about my Metal Fight knowledge. I don't know a lot about Metal Fight and, like, Plastic Gen like that. But, yeah, like, those bays will be pretty cool, you know. Like, Fang Leon, you know, of course. But, yeah. But that's mainly it. Honestly, with Burst, there's a lot of stuff with Burst, you know. Like, you got, like, Season 1 stuff. So, you know, like, Lost Longinus, man. Come on, man. Like, Lost Longinus, 9. Probably said, like, 970 for it. And fucking Cyclone. Like, come on, man. Like, that's already it, man. Like, Lost Longinus, 9 fucking... You know, Cyclone, man. Like Lost Longinus 970 Cyclone, man. That's literally, there you go, man. Lost Longinus, man. It's another one, man. Storm Spriggan, man. Come on, man. You already know I was going to mention Shu, man. You know, Storm Spriggan, you know, 670 low merge, man. Or under merge. Like, you know, it literally pays homage to the Unite driver from Burst, and even if they did it, you already know, man. I said that even with part 1. You know. With it, man. Yeah, let's see what else. You know, Zillion Zootron. You know, Zack the Sunrise. You know, his Zeus. You know, they made a gimmick, honestly, with, like, Nightmail having, like, the whole ball gimmick and stuff with it. So, it's honestly a good one. Because, you know, Zillion Zootron. 060... Because it had the Infinity Disc and Burst, and with the weight driver, you know, like Metal Ball, you know, like it's perfect, man. Like Zillion Zeus, 060, Metal Ball, man. There you go, man. It's the fucking time, dude. Come on, man. The 4-spin Emperors, man. We literally got Xander, Longinus, Spriggan, and fucking Zeus. The 4-spin Emperors. There you go. Obviously, honorable mentions. You know, Wild Wyvern would be a sick one to see. You know, that'll be a sick one though. Like Wild Wyvern, Rising Ragnarok, Kerbeus. You know, a lot of those ones and stuff. Death Scyther will be cool. Like a lot of those ones. Like, you know, and then you got like season 2. Honestly. You know, want to keep it balanced, not anything too OP, because it shows, even with how they're rolling out Beyblade X, you know, even with Meteor Dragoon, it shows. But honestly, probably put it in balance on some of these ones. But Drain Fafnir, you know, Spriggan Requiem, you know, Nightmare Longinus, Arc Bolkesh, you know, a lot of those ones, you know, I would say those would probably be my top 4, you know, with it. But honestly, they gotta keep the balance, man, because a lot of like, especially back in How Burst, a lot of those bays were so OP, man. So probably I would say definitely put it in balance on all of those bays, because those were so OP, especially Drain Fafnir with like the spin stealing and stuff. Gotta keep it balanced, man. And it even shows how they done it with Meteor Dragoon. yeah. But yeah, just want to watch out for that. But yeah, and honestly, going off of popularity, yeah. But yeah, with it. But yeah, of course, like Genesis Valtryek, Tempest Wyvern would be really, really good. That's also another good one because like how they have it with Wolf Hunt. How the gimmick having the free spin. Even if they do a assist blade, that'll pay homage, man. Like for sure, do a CX like Tempest Wyvern, man. Like that'll pay homage with it. Having that assist blade being free spin, just like how Wolf Hunt was, man. There you go. Now we're cooking now. But like Dark Death Scyther or Killer Death Scyther, that'll be another one to see. There's so much ones, man. But honestly, going off of popularity, I think those four would definitely be ones for sure, man. Honestly, season 3, Chozetsu. I want to see a winning Valkyrie. That'll be cool with it. Z Achilles will be cool. Emperor Fornius, Heat Salamander will be a sick one though. Probably Crash Ragnarok. And honestly, like Chozi Spriggan, Chozi Valkyrie, Chozi Achilles. Dead Phoenix will be cool, man. Like, imagine if they, I always imagine if they did a armor gimmick, like how the armor shoots off. That would be so fucking cool if they did it. Like a Revive Phoenix one. But yeah, but honestly, it would be cool if they did that shit, Then that's a way of getting the armor gimmick back. That's fucking sick. But yeah, and then honestly, like GT, I don't even know, honestly, after Chozi, But yeah, but it'll be cool to see, I guess, Judgment Joker. That's another one I want to see. Judgment Joker would be cool. Like Venom de Lobolos is another one. Ace Dragon. A lot of those ones. Of course the MCs and stuff, but like Slash Valtryek. Lord Spriggan would be sick, man. But yeah. And then I guess Prime Apocalypse, a lot of those ones, I don't know, because just how the X system is. But yeah, but just naming off some bays I would like to see for them to do remakes and stuff. Super King, Brave Valkyrie, Hyperion, Belial, I don't know. The list after that really just it depends. But yeah, man. But anyways, guys, but that's my list on remakes I want to see for Beyblade X. I'm probably not gonna make another video like this probably until later on during the year. So probably summer time when I'll probably make another one of this. But yeah, man. But definitely let me know your list in the comments of remakes you guys want to see in Beyblade X down below. But I think this was a good list. Definitely gonna check out part 1. And yeah, man. But yeah, guys. But that's gonna do it for this, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to smash crab down below. Let me know how I did. If you're new to your channel, make sure to subscribe for some epic content because I upload daily. Make sure to ring that bell on Crab Shade to notify whenever I upload a video, you guys. Also, Genesis Valtryek put fucking turbo on it. Perfect example. Yeah, put turbo, slap fucking turbo on that shit, man. But yeah, man. But anyways, guys, but until next time, it's your boy Kimbo signing off. See you later. Thanks so much for watching. And until next time, stay awesome and go shoot or let it rip. Bye.